Welcome back, everyone. Going into the second half here of episode 137 of Court of Swords. Adam, what's going on?
I mean, that's a great question. What are you going to do is the question I wanted to know the answer to. So we have these two gnarly creatures and a dwarf. That dwarf seems like they're in trouble. So we got creature number one.
Oh, that's just Bill.
Fellow.
That's Bill right there. He's a nice fellow.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah. It's me, Bill. And then there's Bill's friend.
Creature.
That's Ernest right there. He had a hit number of movies in the 90s, but you know, he got scared stupid. He ended up here.
So there you go. And then there's a little dwarf down there, and they are unconscious. So yeah, for now, these creatures are just waking up and haven't seen you yet. The light in here is it's dim light. So there's still twilight. You can still see, but it's not great. What are you gonna do? What's the plan?
So do we kill them, or do you want to try to talk to them?
Do they look like they're having a conversation at all? Can we tell that, or are they just kind of standing there?
They're waking up, so there's just like a lot of scratching and some farting, and they're not really talking to each other yet. So this pink line that I'm drawing is like the edge of the sort of cliff, so you can see that this area that's all like very steep and drops down, and then this area here is delineated by kind of a hold on. There's a cliff face like along here as well. You can kind of see it coming this way.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're kind of down in this pit.
Yeah, exactly. So the whole area they're in is like a lot lower than where you're at.
Right. We don't really have an archer, so that sucks.
Yeah.
We have boulders, maybe.
I thought about that. This area doesn't actually have a lot of debris. Certainly not enough for you to get more than one and throw it down there. Because I looked to see if they had a boulder, because they're big. See if they had a boulder throwing ability, they wouldn't be able to use it down here anyway either.
But he can throw a person. Could he not?
Yes. I mean, yeah, that person would get hurt pretty bad when they land.
Yeah, but if they have 172 HP, it's just kind of not that much HP to take it, really.
Yeah, yes. Theoretically, Berg could grab you by your belt or whatever and throw you at them.
And what if I just had the axe kind of pointed straight, and then we just headshot one of them right out of the gate?
An axe is a slashing weapon, not a piercing weapon. So what you have to do is hold it over your head and curl in a ball. And then Berg would have to screwball you in there so you could spin.
He's been practicing his screwball.
I don't think that's true. I don't believe you.
Can I do a perception check to see if the dwarf has any if I could suss out his affiliation or whatever?
Oh, like is he wearing like a Bulls jersey or something? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Did you say sure?
You can, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. 25.
Not that you can see. If they were wearing any kind of like identifying clothes, those have been taken from them. They're basically wearing their like underwear.
Okay. With the same kind of check, can I see if did this dwarf just because they were dragging things. I'm wondering if he broke out of the bag and is trying to get the fuck away from them or something.
Hard to say. The dwarf is very unconscious. They're lying face down on the rock.
Okay.
I think they're still alive, but they are out, and they're tied by the wrists. So,
I guess I assumed that when he said the dwarf is in trouble, that he was actually awake, looking like he was fucking scared. Or something.
Just that's a bad place to be, is all.
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure.
As a player, logic would dictate that this would not be a thing we'd come across if it wasn't useful to us. But then again,
that's bad logic.
Don't
apply that. I will gladly throw things in your path that have nothing to do with your current situation, because
what does that mean? Are you telling me that that's what this is, or
the dwarf has a single white rose tattooed on their butt cheek?
Oh,
I don't know. You don't know. You'd have to look under their
Are they the
pants. to
star
understand.
of a popular show on USA Network?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Called
They were in
Mr.
Jurassic
Robot?
Park too.
Oh, they were in
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. Okay, I know that.
It's just, there was the dwarf from Jurassic Park.
Anytime anyone on the show now just asks a seemingly out of context question, I just always go to like, how do you make a fire? How do you just start?
Yeah, my brain goes there a lot too.
How do you grow crops?
I've thought about just saying that to someone who's like having a hard time using the cash register at the grocery store. I'm just like, how do you grow crops, huh? It's a
How do you
fucking
grow
cash
crops?
register. Jesus, you just push the buttons. What are you doing? Anyway,
So I kind of call the group together. Like, this may seem callous, but you think this dwarf seems promising enough as far as informationally that we could use them to help us find the remaining of the Court of Swords, because it seems like a battle that we might not need to involve ourselves in.
we don't have any other leads. We're kind of just walking in a general direction and hoping it's correct. This is probably the best chance we have, at least, of learning more information.
Maybe, Remus, could you knock them out or stop them from chasing or seeing us? Then we grab the dwarf and go. Maybe no need to fight.
Greg, I know I have probably maybe embellished my magical ability a little bit here and there, but that's more of a wizard or a sorcerer. I don't really have those kinds of tricks, unfortunately. I can make you come back from the dead. You like that one? Use that one a lot.
Oh shit, I think it's seen us.
I mean, they've started to move. The big one is poking at the dwarf. Maybe I guess like kicking it gently, just like like grunting and seeing if it's still alive. And the big one of its heads turns to the other one. And these things, they don't speak common, but Maharib, you can understand them. So in a admittedly bastard version of the way you speak it with a bad accent, one of the heads says to the other creature,
I'm going to take a piss. Keep an eye on our snack.
and then starts to turn towards you to walk over here to pee in the little gulch by the edge of this cliff. So he starts to walk over in that direction, lumbering over here. What are you gonna do?
Do
On
I
your
have any reason to think these things are more intelligent than I, or rather more intelligent than Berg is probably a better question in Maharib's head? He does not say this out loud. He does not say this out loud.
Let me. I don't know if you can tell at a glance. You'd have to have them both like recite Shakespeare or something to do. Like, intelligence is complicated.
Okay.
They have language. Being able to speak does not make you intelligent, but it is capable of speech.
I think I look at Ramus and say, Ramus, I have an idea. I need your help.
I'm here to help. Tell me.
You've once made your voice seem mightier than it actually is. Can you do the very same to mine?
Yes. I can also make your eyes glow.
I don't intend for this creature to see me. I'm going to pose as a, I don't know, god of the forest or something. Tell them to be gone.
Clever. I like it. I like it.
Worst case scenario, we fight them. Best case, they leave.
All right. I say a couple of words, and then for a minute, your voice is 3 times as loud as normal
Okay.
for a minute.
Can I?
Yeah.
Do the inspiring help to give him an extra D6 on the roll he's gonna have to make?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
All right, Berg. What are you
Okay.
gonna? Are you gonna hold my hand, Berg? How are we getting the help from you? What are you doing?
Everybody else has to make a stealth roll because you're hiding, I assume. Like,
right? Yeah.
it's like, and this is the thing. Is there a verbal component, Ramus, to your spell you're about to cast?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so he'll
shit.
hear you. They'll hear you casting spells, right? Like at this point, I'll give you the opportunity. As the creature turns around, does everybody either stays standing there with their dicks in their hands, or you drop prone and go stealthy, right?
think-
Like what?
I think
are
we're
you
all-
trying to hide, or are you?
I'm definitely trying to pose as a, just a voice of the forest, a voice of the mountains. So I'm definitely gonna try to stealth. It's not gonna go well. I have disadvantage, but I'm
So everybody's
try.
gonna hide, and you're gonna just yell from behind a rock, like, "It's me, the mountain, talking
Well,
to
again,
you."
I don't know how smart
Yeah,
they are.
maybe-
So if they're stupid, this is totally gonna work.
The problem is you're gonna make this roll. You're gonna make this roll, and Berg is gonna be like, "I didn't know you were the mountain." So let's,
Wait, what?
yeah.
You've been
Well-
the mountain the whole time.
I believe. Okay, so
guess we'll
everybody
start
plan
wants
with
to
is
the
hit.
like
stealth,
already in motion, like, and there's nothing I could do to stop it. I'm going to.
No, because the thing is turning and walking
Okay.
this way.
Time
so.
is not
I take out
something
the-
that we have on our side. Yeah.
1 second. Let me just look at something real quick. This is a mechanical thing and not like a idea thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
There we go.
I'm gonna think of my speech here, so
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I make everybody like come gather around to me. Come here. Hurry. And
okay.
I take out my dust of disappearance and I throw it in the air, and each creature and object within 10 feet of me become invisible for 2d4 minutes.
Oh shit! All right.
Oh.
So
See,
the creature
everyone's
turns
got
around.
tricks. You just gotta get them to act. You just gotta put
This
a
is
plan
what
in motion.
I was talking
then
about,
everyone's
Ramus. Come on. You couldn't do that? Come on.
Okay, so
Alright.
the dust of disappearance sparkles in the air a moment, and all the creature sees when it turns around is like a faint shimmering as the dust settles on the ground. So let's see. You do have to be quiet. Everybody has to stay zip the lip. But yeah, let's see what happens. So okay, so this creature comes over. And do you just like stay standing where you are, or does anybody move? Like what happens as he comes lumbering towards you?
Probably not moving if I'm. It doesn't just make us stealthy inherently, right? Noise wise, it just makes us not.
No,
able to
it'll
see.
give you basically he looks right at you, but you're invisible. So there's no reason for him to think that you're there. But if there's a reason to make a roll, you'll have advantage on it, even if it's based on sound.
Roll to see if we sneeze or not.
Right.
I wouldn't move.
Yeah,
just
I don't
to
think
not
we
encourage
move.
stealth.
I think if
For
Ramus said he's
stealth.
going to cast the spell, I expect him for the spell to be cast, and I'll probably just start speaking.
I think
Right,
I'll wait
now-
for you to start your speech, and then I will say it at the same time so it amplifies you up.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Adam,
Right.
anything else that needs to happen before this occurs?
So no, the thing comes over and reaches down with one of its arms and moves its loincloth aside, and I'll just let you imagine what the genitals of a creature like this look like. And yeah, you just hear the sound of rapidly running fluid, and a vile, acrid stench rises up from the little cliff wall below you. And they're standing there. One of the heads like looks down, and an arm comes up and like slaps it, like, "Hey, stop that! Don't look at that." Just this like acrid odor comes up. What are you gonna do? What happens?
Well, I would like to I don't know if readying a move is something like an action you can do, because as soon as they start making noise, I'm going to move. Whoops. I'm going to move down this way, because it looks like there's a path and not a cliff. So I'm going to move down the path and make my way to the dwarf.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can start doing that. Make a stealth check.
Oh wait, it's as soon as he starts talking.
Yes. I need the check.
Oh, you need the check.
Yeah, but I still need you to make the check.
Okay. Well, you said with advantage. Oh my god.
Yes, because you're invisible. So okay. So assuming you want to move safely, you can get to there as the rest of the stuff is happening. Now, Ramus, keep in mind, if you cast a spell, you're not invisible anymore.
It is an action.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's just it violates invisibility. So and none of you can see each other, so you don't know that 10 pillars just ran off. So
yeah, none of us have any idea.
Yeah. So so Maharib, the creature comes over and starts doing his business.
God damn it! I mean, I think Maharib would be kind of this, what came first, the chicken or the egg type situation? Because Maharib wants to speak, but he's not going to speak unless he knows that Ramus is going to do this. But he knows that Ramus won't do this unless he speaks. But now we're invisible, so he starts thinking maybe this is just not even worth. Maybe we're just going to wait. Right. So there's hesitation, and maybe Ramus senses that I haven't started speaking at all yet.
Welcome to Bergtown. Wait to see what happens till you gotta smash stuff.
Okay. Right. So it comes over. Everybody is invisibly just standing here trying not to breathe.
Yeah. I think we just waited. I don't have any intention of speaking until I hear a spell being cast, and if a spell's not cast,
right? I won't be speaking. But Ramus won't cast the spell because it'll make Ramus visible.
Right? Yeah. So again, no action from either of us.
So
we're
you see
to the plan
as you come around this little area here. So if everybody else is just holding, let me see. It takes so stupid. It takes a mammal on average 20 seconds to empty their bladder. So that's 3 rounds. So he's going to be peeing for 3.3 rounds. So if you're moving quietly 10 pillars, you can move another round, right? So that'll get you to here. But as you come around the corner, you can decide once you see it, if you want to stay back here or whatever. So you see the bigger, rounder one of these things, the rounder giant, has picked up the dwarf and is shaking them, not hard, but grumbling and shaking it, turning the dwarf upside down and shaking it, passing it back and forth from hand to hand. And so you see that over here.
I think another round passes then.
Now, quick question. Would I know if, since it's not casting a spell, but it is using a magic item, that will that reveal me the pipe?
Maybe. What's the pipe? Yeah, because its effect is like a spell, I think. Okay. I'm not sure, because sometimes magic items cast spells for you, and I don't know if that violates invisibility. So what it says with invisibility, I just checked it for Ramus. Invisible. Let's see here. It's a condition. And let's see. Okay. Invisible creatures impossible to see. Yada, yada, yada. Purposes for hiding. Heavily obscured. Creature's location can be detected by any noise it makes or any tracks it leaves. Attack rolls have advantage. Creatures' attack rolls have, or attacks against have disadvantage. Okay. And then Dust of Disappearance. So Dust of Disappearance. Invisible for 2d4 minutes. The duration is the same. The dust is consumed. If a creature attacks or casts a spell. Okay. Great, still not helping. And then let me find your pipe. The pipe is associated with a particular gaseous magical effect. The creature smoking the pipe. So no, because the pipe casts the spell, but also it'll be clear that you are the source of the pipe's magic, right? Like the spell's effect will come from you, even if you're invisible, and they'll maybe notice that.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I cast the spell or the pipe casts the spell for me, and then I leave that position, they'll know where it came from, but I won't be there anymore, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not totally sure about using an item while you're invisible, but I think it's the pipe is using the spell, not you. Because it doesn't say you expend charges to cast the spell. Yeah. Okay. I think that's how it works. I'll look into it between sessions, but I think that'll cover it for now.
Okay. So if I do that, I wanted to know about that because for future reference, but we haven't decided that we're going to kill these guys yet. And I'm sure I will know when my fucking party mates have decided that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll just keep stealthily moving towards the dwarf as best I can. So am I where I end up then?
Oh, hold on. I'm checking here. I want to give you good information so you don't get yourself in a bad situation.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. A creature smoking the pipe can cast the associated spell. Yes,
Oh, okay.
so it would
Okay.
make you visible. There you go.
Okay,
That was
cool,
the part I was
cool.
looking for. The word cast. I need to find that in there. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, you want to move again?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. You get to there, getting real damn close, and now you can see the source of the smell that you dealt with before. That horrible, noxious smell. It's just wafting off of this thing.
Was he just taking
Like-
swamp ass?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he just stinks.
Gotta
He's
watch
just
out for
covered
him,
in
man.
a thick layer of glossy sweat. Yeah, it's just like waving this dwarf around, and trying to kind of figure out like if it's broken or not. He pokes it and he grumbles something, kind of talking to himself or to his little dwarven toy.
Can I do the dwarf looks alive though? Like its chest is going up and down or anything like that that I could.
It's getting thrown around a lot, so it's hard to tell. You can make a
Okay.
medicine check if you want.
Okay.
You know, it's hard to feel bad. It's a
20?
dwarf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Some part of Berg is like, yeah, fucker. That's what you get. Okay. It's a 14 because you're at disadvantage because it's very hard to keep an eye on this thing. But a 14 is
right,
enough
okay.
to qualify life. Yes. So
Okay.
they are still alive.
Okay.
Though not if this thing keeps throwing them around. But it gets bored and drops them on the ground in front, just flump, and
Okay.
looks up and grumbles in giant Maharib, you understand. It grumbles to its companion. It's like, I want to go. And the other one of the smaller heads, kind of on its shoulder, turns, like cranes backwards to look at it while he's still finishing his pee and says,
Shut up. I'm in charge. We leave when I say.
and the big one is like, fine, and takes the dwarf and jams the dwarf up under its arm, like into its armpit, and then just squeezes its arm down on it. Like, I'm going to carry this thing out of here and we're going to go.
Does the big one start to walk away?
Yes. Yeah. It turns around, and starts to walk off.
Does this?
I walk to the edge
All right. Well, here we go.
and shout, "You have been cursed by the mountain. I summon Maharib, specter of the mountain. Come, tell him how he's been cursed."
Yes, Ramus.
I summon thee.
Okay. Ramus, can you make a performance check?
Oh God.
Should have known who I should have known better to inspire Ramus.
Use my inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did it. Critical
Yeah, okay.
inspiration. Yeah.
So, so you don't hinder Maharib's progress or anything, and it doesn't come out like amateur theater. It's reasonably believable. So the creature stops and looks around, and his various heads are like, "Who said that? Who said that? Who was that? Was that you? I didn't say anything." And it just kind of like starts looking around, like, "What's going on?"
Jesus Christ. Are you like fully visible? Ramus, you're just saying fuck the stealth at this point. So I can.
I don't know if that.
No,
would count
Ramus
as
is still invisible.
Oh, okay.
It was just noise, right? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so there's maybe a little bit of a pause because Maharib's just like, oh fuck. Like, all right, here we go. And I don't think I need to stand up or anything if it's not gonna break invisibility.
Yeah.
I think I just start shouting. Fuck, this is gonna be a performance roll, so I gotta figure. Can I make the roll first so I can role play to the roll rather than like saying something cool and then being like, yeah, but then you fart?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can make because the game's mechanisms first. So make the roll and then tell us what Maharib's performance is like.
Oh god. Okay.
Big bucks.
Am I getting a +6 from Zeke still? Did that occur? Did that happen or no? Because he did the stealth thing instead.
If 10 Pillars has to speak out loud to do that, then no, you didn't get it.
Zeke, how does the
When you use the helpful bonus action, here I'll put it in the there.
It's purely mechanical. So let's look at the what is the helpful bonus action? I can't envision a situation where you give Maharib assistance without speaking.
No, this was before I left.
Yeah,
Right,
but they could
like,
have
what
heard
would
you
have
talking.
done? Yeah.
Well, the point was that you were all being really quiet up there, and I don't
Okay.
know, like,
Yeah. What
Don't worry
the
about
helpful action.
Did he like grab my
that-
shoulder and squeeze? And I was like, thank you. That helps a lot.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah. It's going to be great. Yeah. So if I don't get the +6.
Oh, but also it has to happen right away. It's not.
It's not.
And it's only for attack. It's only for attack rolls for inspiring help. Yeah.
Okay. What about
So the inspiration would have worn off by that point.
What
Okay.
about the potential
And
thaumaturgy?
it's not just for attack rolls, though. I don't think. But I'll.
No, that action isn't. But the extra D6, if that roll is an attack roll, oh, I see it. You add the bonus to the damage, right? If it's an attack roll. But in this case, no. There was no way for you to
Okay.
inspire Maharib without making sound, and it would have
Totally
run
fine.
out by the time the P is over.
Totally fine.
What type of bonus will Ramus incur if he does the thaumaturgy to project my voice or whatever it is that he's casting? Does that even help mechanically?
Mechanically, no. I could see my way to giving you advantage, but honestly, I think being invisible and pretending to be the mountain also works. So I don't think it's going to be any better. Because then there's two of you, and there's reason. So the thing is, right now, Ramus being like, "It is I, the angry spirit of the mountain," that's more believable because if you appear, they're going to be like,
You're an
"You're a
idiot.
human.
Yeah.
You're a Goliath. Fuck both of you." Right. But right now, there's just voices coming from this slightly high cliff that he just peed on.
Okay. All right. Well, I roll at a -2 on performance and I don't have inspiration. So
Somebody
Yeah,
else
what's your
can
intim-
give you their
intimidate?
inspiration.
that's true. I could also, intimidation is -2 as well. But if someone does have inspiration, they could give it to me just mechanically. You could just straight up give me inspiration if anyone has it. But
Yeah, everybody started the session with it, and I don't think everyone's used it.
I think Bergen.
Or maybe you have. I don't know. Yeah, Max, do you still have yours, or have you used it?
No, you used it.
Nope, I
he
used
used
it
it
before.
so he didn't
Use
get
it on
exhausted.
the exhaustion to
Right.
avoid that on the
Yes,
con
correct.
check.
Do you still have it, Zeke, or no?
I have.
I think we're all burnt.
Okay.
I think it's just a flat -2 roll. So here we go. Do I have? Oh, okay. So what? Let me just check this. It's been a while. Is this considered a saving throw or a skill check? This is a skill check, so Indomitable won't work.
This
right?
is definitely a skill check. Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Well, here's the roll. 14.
14. Okay. Let me see if you bamboozle this this poor creature. You do indeed.
Oh man.
So the creature believes it's not. This isn't about getting them to do what you want. This performance roll is just, can you convince them that you are speaking with the voice of the mountain, which apparently has two different voices. So the creature believes that it is speaking to a talking mountain. What do you say?
And you called me Maharib, the what of the mountain?
The Indomitable of the mountain.
The Indomitable. So I could just be literally anything.
Maharib.
So I could just continue to like
Yes.
make shit up. Okay. All right. So yeah, it starts with a little bit of hesitation. There's not necessarily immediate voice after you say that. There's just like, fuck, like this is the worst situation possible. And then after a few seconds, out of seemingly nowhere, because I'm invisible, you hear, how would I start this? You hear, creature, you have trespassed to the mountains. It is I, Maharib, the envoy of Scoreus Stonebones, the god of the mountains. And I just wait to see what happens.
What does your name mean in Giant?
Well, this is this is apparently a 5e Forgotten Realms god. I don't know what it means. He was
No, I want to know what your name means.
Oh.
What does Maharib mean? Like,
shit. At the top, I forget. Hold on. I know what language it's from.
yeah, that's okay.
It means
Bad liar.
I think it does. I think it means warrior. Yeah, it means warrior in Arabic.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you say, I am the envoy of the god of the mountain. You are trespassing. So he looks around. Creature looks around and he says, trespassing? That's bullshit. And then one of the other heads is like, yeah, it's bullshit. And he says,
Shut up, dummy.
me and Fat Boy live in these mountains. We have for a long time. Maharib. Ha! Maharib, fury of the dung pile. Insect under my boot. Come out here and fight me. Or are you too afraid to fight Wazrog Klug Clack Burdung, king of the mountain?
Jesus Christ.
And he's just looking around like, where are you? Come out here. I'll fucking fight you.
Man, I have no way of like. I want to like Monty Python this thing and just start pointing at places and seeing like lightning strike and shit like that. But I have no power. I have like nothing. I can't do anything. I just can only talk. Yeah, like
I mean,
fucking
you
Tim.
could steer Ramus in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, I yeah. But then anything that
Watch
he
out,
does,
that rock right there.
well, anything that Ramus does, it takes him out of the invisibility. So he really can't do too much. Okay, then I think I'll just once again say, while still invisible, do you dare defy the gods? And I'll say whatever his name is. And
His
this
name
is
is
in
Waz-
Giant. This is in Giant, by the way. I'm responding in Giant.
Yes.
That wasn't clear.
There's a G on the end of that name. That's his name. So
Okay.
what do you say?
Wazrog Kluk Burdung.
And you say, what are you trying to tell him to do?
Do you defy? I say
the-
like, do you defy the
yeah,
gods?
do you defy the gods? Yeah, okay. He one hand idly reaches down and scratches his balls as he looks around, and he says, he's like, defy the gods. Ha! We piss on the gods. And he looks down and he's like standing in a puddle of his own pee. And he's like, oh, I pissed on myself. Fuck you, mountain. And over in the corner, this guy who's still like got the dwarf under his arm, he looks up. He's like, yeah, I pooped on you.
God damn it. I'm trying to think of like what I actually want to get them to do. And I'm still not certain because I can't like point and have lightning bolts go off.
Yeah, right. Like a talking mountain is okay, but there is an opportunity for an intimidation roll. Like if you issue an edict or a command or like threaten, if you're like, if you don't leave these mountains, we'll get you, right? Like you have to, then we could roll an intimidation. But for right now, you're just like, hey, I'm the mountain. What's up?
Right. Okay. I think I'll say, your trespasses will be forgiven if you leave my child alone and be gone. Now, hopefully they're smart enough to realize that I'm talking about the dwarf.
I think the person like looks around, like looking for a little mountain somewhere, like a baby. And they're like, mountain, we don't have your baby. We only have this snack. And you look over and you watch this 10 pillars as the creature takes the dwarf out of its armpit and like a popsicle just starts licking. Just big gross pustulant tongues. And and so the multi-armed creature's like, you don't have it. You just have a snack.
Of course I'm referring to the dwarf you hold. Let him go, and you may live.
And they kind of like look at each other, and the rounder
if there's
one,
hesitation, it's just make your decision now. Like it puts the onus
I feel
on
like
them.
this is the part where the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man shows up. I think is you must choose and perish.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is, I guess this is where we make that intimidation roll. Would you like to know the DC before or after you roll?
I think it's more exciting if we know now. I'm rolling -2, so.
Okay. Let me see. There's 2 of them. So let's say DC 15 for you to intimidate these guys.
DC 15?
Yeah.
All right. I got to roll 17 or higher then. Fuck. All right. Here's the intimidation check. I don't think there's anything. No, I don't want to do anything with the axe. It'd be far reaching anyways. All right, here we go. Intimidation check. Oh, 1 off. Fuck.
So close.
God.
So
damn.
the big one that's closest to the sound of the voice looks around, and then the one back here in between licks look over and says, what did it say? And the other one, they're like chattering to themselves. And then one of the heads is like, shut up, we're talking. And then the other big head looks around, the kind of main head looks around, and he says, I peed on you today. I'll pee on you tomorrow. What are you going to do? You're a mountain. Ha 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 ha. Stupid mountain. And he turns to the big guy. He's like, come on, fat boy, let's go. And starts lumbering towards this pass, and his chubby friend stands up with some effort, like, okay, I'm coming, and then starts to dragging the body of the dwarf thump 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 along behind it.
Well, he doesn't believe I'm a god, so I don't think that I can continue to try to goad him into doing things.
Yeah, no, he does. He believes you. He's just not scared of you. He's just like,
Right.
okay, the mountain talked to me. It's basically the same as if anyone had said like, hey, stop peeing on my house, cow, wife, children, religion, mountain, whatever. He was just like, I pee where I want. You can't stop me.
Okay. All right. As he starts to walk away, if you leave, you will die. We can handle this as the mountain gods did long ago. Make your decision.
And he kind of nods and none of the heads even bother like looking in the direction of your voice. And he just says, I'm not scared of you. You're just dirt. Big pile of dirt.
I have no way of fucking intimidating them.
Yeah, you just realize like I'm just not that scary to these guys.
Are they completely like if I whisper something, they're gonna hear it?
Not if you whisper like quietly. As long as your friends are near, like Berg will hear you. Ramus maybe, but Ramus has got pretty good passive perception. Down here, definitely you won't hear whisper.
How much of a lip is this? If Berg throws a rock, will they see him? Oh, there's nothing to throw. You said he could throw one, right?
There's no boulders.
Okay.
No.
Is there a tree trunk or anything?
There's not really. It's all rock up here.
Damn. Okay. I whisper to Ramus then, if I can, and just say like, I have no other ways of keeping them here. If you want to act, the time is now.
I can do one thing, but I can't do it without going visible.
Well, I'll say that you're an envoy, a priest. That's the best I can
You're
do.
summoning me to punish them.
Okay, fair enough. You hear like a how would I intro you? You have angered the mountain god. I am sending my priest to deal with you. Ramus Krill, I summon thee.
I'm so in love with everything that's happening.
The troll looks around and is like, I'm confused. Who's summoning who? First, one voice say, Wrath of Mountain. Second voice say, oh, not my job. I summon someone else. Ugh. This is complicated. I'm getting out of here.
I end invisibility and point down from the cliff. You are punished. And I cast Earthquake.
Let my
shit.
people go.
You will be buried in the mountain. And I cast Earthquake.
Get him, Ramus Krill. Punish him. At this point, it's just gone completely tilt up.
I will cast Earthquake.
Holy shit, that's a spell.
That is
That's
a
a
hell of a
spell,
spell.
Oh,
Literally causing an earthquake.
yes.
Oh, I love
will
it.
have it
Okay.
be like just like that. Well, except for those twirly things. I'll have it like go where they just hits both of them, the edge of it. So everything will be rumbling around them with the earthquake spell.
Perfect. Okay. So, choose a
100-foot radius. What? There it is.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
That's all I could think
I
of.
love it.
Okay. All right. So a seismic disturbance for the duration, intense tremor rips through the ground in a 100-foot radius centered on that point and shakes creatures and structures in that area. Each creature on the ground that is concentrating has to make a constitution save. None of them are. Each creature on the ground in the area must make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. Fissures open. 1d6 such fissures open in the location chosen by the DM. Each is 1d10 times 10 feet deep, 10 feet wide, and extends from the edge of the spell's area to the opposite side. Damn. Okay. So let's see. The first thing is that they have to make saving throws to stay standing. I guess let's roll initiative now because like actual like shit is going on. So
Nice.
let me roll
It's
for the
been
big
so
troll.
long. I don't remember
Let me
how.
roll for the little troll. Just in case she wakes up, let me roll for the cleric.
We're starting with
Everybody else
Ramus
roll
regardless,
initiative.
right? Because he started the round.
Well, yeah. So no, what'll happen is we don't start with Ramus. It's just Ramus triggers the initiative
Triggers
roll
the
with the
initiative,
spell.
okay.
So we'll start at whoever, wherever someone's. Okay. All right. Is everybody at their initiative on there?
Yep.
Berg.
Oh, I didn't click my guy. I don't think. Damn
No,
it! I
oh
rolled
yeah, you rolled a
17.
7.
It's okay. I can add you. No, keep your initiative. I'll just add a turn.
Stupid.
There you go, Big Berg. It's okay.
idiot.
All right. So the first thing that immediately happens is everything starts to shake, and like the thing is that it's a localized effect, but like it wouldn't be out of place to show like Vani, maybe putting away some alchemical supplies, and then we hear like rattling, and she's like, "Uh-oh," like has to hold them so they don't fall over. Right? The monastery, people in the monastery look around like, "Oh, earthquake this far inland, so strange." It gets felt quite a distance. There's like aftershocks and stuff. It's a natural earthquake. It just happens to be caused by magic. So let's see. They got to make. What's your DC for them falling on their ass?
19.
19. Okay, and it is Dex save. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first the multi-headed dude, and then the one-headed dude, and I get a 11 out of 12. So they both get knocked prone. They're both just like and fall over. So they fall, and then we begin with initiative. So they are going to. Let me see here. You want the earthquake? The trick with keeping the earthquake's edge right here is that they can leave it.
Yeah, like
But
very quickly.
I'm going to. This one's going to stand up, and then I think that because it's not a clear, the fissures don't start until Ramus's turn, right? So it's at the beginning of your turn, where that happens. So you'll get that happening, but not yet. So first of all, this one gets up. Everything is shaking. I'm gonna roll to see if he can tell that the edge is here. Like I'll see if he's like smart enough to notice that. And we'll make it the same DC. Okay, so he does not know where the edge of the spell is, and so he's going to lumber 30 feet over this way, and then spend the rest of this turn basically climbing up to get you, right? So the one that fell down over here, the big guy is just like shouting orders, and he's like, go, get that thing. And the big guy lumbers over and starts sweatily dragging itself up the cliffside. Yeah. Okay. And then
Did he drop the dwarf?
yes. Yeah.
Okay,
There's
good.
a rope attached to the dwarf, but it's just laying there now.
Cool.
You have your roll. 10 pillars.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then
I know what I'm doing.
yeah.
Berg, it is your turn. I'll put a little hand on this troll to show you that he's climbing right now. So yeah, he lifts his head up, and his head is like as big as your whole body, basically, Ramus. So you see this huge, disgusting face, like rise up over the edge and look at you. And he whispers, almost like to himself. He licks his lips, and he's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you whole." And then Berg, you are invisible. What would you like to do?
So attacking would get rid of invisibility, right?
Yep.
The movement.
Yes,
would not.
attacking will. Yes, yeah.
Moving will not. Attacking will.
Moving and flying into a rage will not, but yeah.
Flying into a rage will not, you say, but also then damage.
Nope. I mean, you make a huge noise, but yeah.
Right. I mean, it seems like we're gonna fight them anyways, so. 'Cause he's climbing up. What? So he's still partially in the earthquake thing. Is there a possibility he'll get knocked back down because of that, or?
Maybe. Everything's shaking.
At the very least, I'll move. Seems like we're just gonna fight them.
Yeah, but we're gonna fight them
Thoughts?
as if they think we're gods. You know, that helps.
Right. Okay. Well. Yeah. I think I'm gonna hold action until it like actually strikes at Ramus. It'll trigger me to do my action, but I guess rage as well. If I can do that. Can I rage? This is where you find out I don't actually know how to play D&D. I always ask these questions.
So he'll know if you rage.
He'll know the direction, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he'll kind of know where you are. But he'll still have disadvantage on attacking you until you are not invisible. But Ramus is the clear and obvious target here.
If you attack from stealth, you get advantage on your first roll.
It's true.
True. So we might as well just attack, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, Ramus, we're going. Like Ramus is already.
So bonus
Rage
action to rage. You move up your speed. Want to make an attack?
Yep.
All right.
Seems
So
like where this is
you
going anyway,
you appear and you startle this thing, and he shouts, "Hey, you're an orc up here!" And then you swing down at his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a second. Hold it. One tick. Here we go.
Hey, yep. Okay, it's a hit.
The hit. All right then. Roll that beautiful damage.
Okay. So you deal 11, 12, 13, 14 bludgeoning. And then another. Your weapon isn't charged, so roll a d6 plus 5.
No.
Or a d6, sorry, plus 7. I remember to change that. D6 plus 7 for the first hit. I assume this is radiant.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then you have another attack. So you come running over and you.
Second attack.
This happens first. So Berg, at the end of your attack, you come up, you smash him in the face, and you feel the normal like physical collision of the strike, but you also feel something like pop, and he like yelps in pain. He's like, bah! And when he does, a big stream of blackish purple goo sprays both you and Ramus.
I was ready
so-
for this.
You're both gonna take. Let's see.
Go back to when I said, can't wait to get poisoned.
You take 10. You both take 10 poison damage.
And so I'll take
So
half.
Ramus and Berg both take 10. You're splattered with goo, and then you can take another attack.
Schwap.
Okay. All right.
Good
Oh
stuff.
shit. You have advantage, right, Ramus? 'Cause
Yeah,
Warcaster?
I have Warcaster.
Okay. Good. Okay, so the earthquake continues. And then Berg, you hit with that second hit. So this time, nice damage.
Nice.
So 16
damage.
and then another 3.
Even
Okay.
more goo for
And
us to
then
be
same
splattered
thing.
on.
You burst another pustule. You both take another 9 poison damage.
All right.
Okay, and that's your turn, right, Berg?
Yep.
Okay, so this one, he also gets up, and he sees where you are, so doesn't really need to worry about whether he's in the effect or not. So he's gonna come over here and climb up partway beside Ramus, and then he's going to attack Ramus. So he climbs up with his long jangly arms, and then I think normally he'd get to go ham on you with all of his arms, but he's gonna need 2 of them for climbing. So I'm just gonna give him 3 attacks instead of the normal 5.
Yeah.
So he tries to bite you, and then he claws you 2 times with his extra upper
I'll
arms.
flash him to give his bite disadvantage.
Yeah, okay. So one of his biggest head comes up over the edge like, and then blasts him in the eyes, and he screams in pain, and then his other arms just like flail at you, trying to claw you. So here's the first claw. I get a 29.
That's more than enough.
Yeah, you take 15 slashing damage on the first claw attack.
Okay.
And then the second claw attack is a 21 for another 14. And then those are 2 separate con saves for you.
Yeah,
Hey,
fine.
you're fine. All right. So yeah, Berg and Maharib, you see this enormous troll. He's got 2 arms on the cliffside pulling him up, and then his upper arms just start grabbing and clawing. And his claws are like short sword length, right? They're big, long, like onyx colored like slashing weapons. And so yeah, he's just roaring and like ah. And I think he's one of his heads is just shouting giant swears about like how he's gonna have sex with the mountain, and he's gonna kill the mountain and poop on it and knock it down and turn it into a desert, and he's gonna pee on the desert. Like he's just shouting. One of his heads is just screaming invectives. The dwarf is still unconscious. 10 pillars. It is your turn.
I have a 12 initiative, so I think I go after 10 pillars. I'm just not in the
Oh,
list.
did you? Yeah, you same thing. You didn't get added to the order. There
Yeah.
we go.
Sorry about that.
No, that's perfect. You got it right in time. All right, so 10 pillars.
Okay, so using the pipe as a bonus action, which is nice. So I will use
Yep.
my movement and my action to go over to this dwarf.
Yeah. Yep.
Take a peek at him and look at like he's not awake or anything right now, right? Just completely
Right.
out unconscious.
Unconscious.
Okay.
If you can
So I
restore,
will use-
if you can restore even 1 hit point,
I
that'll
will
wake-
use my
that'll wake
action to whip out. I have 2 potions of greater healing, so I'll whip out one of those and feed it to the motherfucker. 44 plus 4.
We don't know if
Okay.
he's a motherfucker. All right, let's calm down now.
True.
I mean, hey Berg, are all dwarves motherfuckers?
No. Wait, dwarves?
Okay. Yeah.
You say dwarves?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
okay.
4-1-4-1 like a Christmas tree. All right, so I heal him for 14 if you allow that to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So they wake up. The dwarf starts to come to and is like, "Do you speak Dwarven?"
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing about Dwarven. It has several like internal gender indicators. So just let me give you this real quick. It's a woman. This is a Dwarven woman. You can't tell by at a glance because dwarves they all seem to be the same gender, but yeah, it's a woman. She's using female dwarvish. You understand it. You understand all of them. And she's saying like names. She's saying dwarvish names. She says, Saba, where are you? And then
Well,
she
I would
looks
put
up
my
and she
hand
sees
over
you.
their mouth.
Yeah, so
like,
exactly.
immediately.
She starts to talk, and then you're like, shut up. And you're
Yep.
like, okay.
I lean down to them and I go, "You're safe. Be quiet."
Make a persuasion check.
I would love to. That is a 17.
Okay, yes, you persuade. So her eyes go kind of wide, and she like clams up, and she's like nods, and then she looks
Okay.
behind you and sees the scuffle, and realizes like, oh, you're fighting the trolls. Then good. I don't. Whatever. That's great. Wait,
And
hold
she
on. You're
sees the
still
half-orc and is like,
you're still
"Forget it, never
invisible.
mind."
You're still
Did
invisible.
that
She doesn't
action
see
make me in-
shit. No, it like using a potion isn't casting a spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all I did was put my hand
Unless-
over like. So you're
So here's the thing. I'll give you some options. 2 things can happen here. One, you feed her the potion. She comes to you. You turn visible, like you shed invisibility, and she can see you and she calms down. Or you feed her the potion, you stay invisible, and she freaks out because some fucking invisible hand is trying to suffocate her. Right?
Oh, yeah,
Like-
yeah. No, I go visible for sure.
Okay. All right.
So
yeah. So she sees you and she nods and she's like gives you a look like okay, I understand.
Yep. And then I take the pipe as my bonus action, and I let's see. I was struggling whether to like do fog cloud so I could sneak in and out or incendiary cloud, but I think probably I'm going to do
Where did we
incendiary
land?
cloud and keep the earthquake in
you
between
get-
me and them.
You get 1 a day,
Yep, 1 per
but
day.
it can be any of the 3 effects. Okay, perfect.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So which one are you gonna use?
I'm going to use wait. Incendiary Cloud.
Oh, incendiary. Okay.
Yep, which does 20-foot radius. So let's see. We'll do one. Let's see. Oh. Yep. We will center it right let's see, right here. So that's the center of it because it's 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
Actually, if you could just make me a
Yeah, I'm
20-foot
looking
radius
for
football.
like a fire something that's not just a fireball. I'm looking to see if I can find like a cloud of fire or something, but I might have to just use. There we go, fire tornado. That seems cool.
Perfect.
Let's use that. Okay. So, fire tornado. It is 20-foot radius. So how many squares across is it? 8?
So it'd be that big. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Snap to center. Let me do this real quick. It would be right there. That would be a radius.
Yeah. Well, because it's 8 across all the way. So hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 1, 2,
There you go.
oh, one,
Holy fuck, it's huge.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. That's how big it is.
Okay. Yeah, so move it over one square to the right.
Yep.
There we go.
Jesus Christ.
And that's where-
Earthquakes, firestorms.
Yeah, if
A
these
nightmare.
guys
Hear the
don't
mountain,
think
dude.
that the fucking
mountain
god
is
of the
so
mountains-
angry.
Yeah.
So what is I'll get feel free to get poetical here. What does this look like, Tempillars? Because we've only seen you smoking your pipe recreationally.
Well, it goes like I have my hand over their mouth and I look
Yeah.
down at them and I'm like, okay, they know. I take my hand off and I put both of my hands on the pipe and you just see me like just puffing and puffing and puffing and puffing. And you see like these like licks of flame start to come out of it. And then it just like starts billowing out. And you see like him take the pipe out of his mouth and just start making a circle with his hand and then like blow it and blow it into the location that he wants it.
And then the cloud itself bursts into flames, right?
Yes, exactly.
Shot through with white hot embers. Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, this cloud starts to burn. And when it appears, they have to make dexterity saving throws. So let's do that.
It's gonna be great when it's like they take 1d6 damage or some nonsense.
And then that's the venom troll, and then here's the dire troll. Okay, and then what's the DC on these? Does it say what level the DC that it cast it as?
It doesn't say because I'm not a spellcaster, so I don't have a spell DC.
Oh, I hate when magic items do that. Okay,
Wouldn't it just be his natural?
No, it never uses yours. Unless it says, oh, but you are casting it, so it does use whatever your spell DC would be. So let me.
It should be pretty high with.
Take a
It should
look.
be 10 plus his natural.
We don't know this. But we don't know the stat, right? So let me look at the pipe. So which one are you using? What's the color for this ability called?
It is I want to say
The black glass. No,
ruby,
that's
I believe.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, ruby cloud. Okay. Incendiary cloud. So incendiary cloud is a spell. It is a sorcerer or wizard spell. So I guess your charisma or your intelligence as your spellcasting modifier, whichever you prefer.
Intelligence.
Okay, so what's your intelligence bonus?
4.
Okay, plus 8. So 12 plus your proficiency bonus.
Should be
Right?
5.
That's how it's calculated.
Yeah.
Right, Dan? Am I doing it right?
Yeah, that's right.
9. So 17 is the DC.
Yep, that sounds right. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So I got
All
one of
So
them.
you got the dire troll, yeah. They take half damage anyway.
Yeah.
So
Let me roll that.
10d8.
Yep. Okay.
Woo.
Pretty
Nice.
good.
All right.
Not mad, not bad.
What's half of that?
26.
26.
All right. Sorry, I'm just moving the cloud for a second. Okay,
Well,
you
for
don't
those of you
kill either
asking-
of them.
The Incendiary Cloud is an 8th level spell.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So you blow this big cloud, and then it starts to spark, and then burns and fire swirls around inside of it. This guy takes the most of it because he's already pretty greasy and flammable. So he just like shouts in pain as he lights on fire. This dude, sorry, it was one over. This guy
There you
also,
go,
the fire spills up over him, and he screams. Some of his head scream in anger, some in pain. And yeah, you hurt both of them gravely. Anything else, Tin Pillar? No, that was your turn, right?
Yep.
You might have a little.
Yep, I
bit
did
more
all my
movement.
actions.
Okay. All right, Maharib, your turn. You're invisible.
Can I stand right here? Or is that on the ledge? If I
let
move
me
over
see.
one.
Oh no, you can stand there. It's difficult terrain, but you can just take a step forward. It's fine.
Gotcha. All right. First attack we'll have advantage on because it's from stealth, right?
Yes.
All right. So we're doing Wicked Edge, one-handed. First attack. 23. Does that hit?
Yes.
All right. We'll also wound if you just want to mark that, and I'll roll the damage on his turn.
Yep.
He'll take 11 damage.
Give me 1 second here for the
Sure.
wound. One of those 11 slashing. Okay.
Second attack, double crit.
Nice. Oh, and also, sorry, this guy got hit by an attack. So Berg, and before you roll your damage for your crit, Berg and Ramus take another 9 poison damage.
From that.
Okay.
Just every time that guy gets hit, he squirts bad stuff. Okay, anyway, go ahead and roll your damage there, Maharib.
It would be, it's just 15.
Yep.
Making sure
Okay.
that didn't roll it twice. Third attack, 19. Does that hit?
19 is a hit. Yep.
For 10.
Okay.
And then I will action surge and put 3 more attacks into him because why not?
Sure.
18. Does that hit?
It does.
All right. He takes 10 more. Do I get a second wound on an action surge or is it once per round?
No, it's once per round.
Okay. Fifth attack. That's a 1. It's bad.
Yeah, that's a miss.
And then 25, which is a hit for 12 more damage.
There you go. That was what, 5 out of 6?
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Okay.
What about wounds?
All right.
We took 1, but yeah, he'll roll that on his
Okay.
turn.
Yeah, it happens on his turn. Okay, Ramus, your turn.
Okay. I will disengage and move over there. And I will bonus action summon a spiritual weapon in between the two next to Berg.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. Then you can also, you can roll to attack.
And I will crit and
Nice.
deal 16 force damage to the big one.
Okay. All right. So Berg, you're gonna take another 2d8 poison damage. So you take another 6 poison. And while he is grievously injured, the troll's not quite dead yet. So so you smash him with the spectral hammer, and you deal some damage. And let's carry on. So this big guy, the fire cloud. Oh yeah, and then also fissures, I guess, though none of them are on the ground from earthquake. So let me see. Let me go back to earthquake here. Okay. All right. So fissures open. 1d6 fissures that are 1d10 feet. Okay. All right. So let's roll a d6. There are 5 10 feet deep, 10 feet wide, and extends on one edge towards the opposite side. Oh, they're all the way across. Okay. All right. Well, let me roll. All right. So 1, then that, and then 3 like that. Oop. Okay. The spell is so complicated. Okay, so 1 like this. Cross. There we go. And then 3 from here, 1 like that. And then 1 from this other side. Let's have this go. Okay, there we go. All right. So those are all are they like 10, does it say 10 feet wide? Yeah, they're all actually 10 feet wide. So they're the line they're in and one adjacent to it. The whole area starts to crack and like break open, creating these chasms. And while this is happening, the trolls are like angrily still trying to climb up to get you. And the dwarf is just like staring like wide-eyed at this storm of fire and this earthquake, like, what the hell is going on? She's very confused. So this guy here is gonna move. Let's see, 10, 20, around there. He's gonna pull himself up, get up here, I think. And then
That incurred attack of opportunity for the hammer. Or
hammer doesn't get attacks of opportunity. No.
doesn't. Okay, I figured as much. But
Yeah.
had to check.
Okay. And then, so here's the thing that's worth noting. The wounds that you caused from like the hammer wounds and like the burn marks and stuff, the creature is healing. It is recovering from the recovering from the effects.
How much?
I guess, hold on. This happens no matter what, but I guess I do need to make, because while the fissures are happening, they're still shaking. So I do have to make a roll. Let's see, because if it fails this roll, it falls prone and falls back into the firestorm instead of climbing up. So I do have to make a roll for that.
That is an
So
important
what's
roll.
Yes, it is an important roll. What's the DC again? Your spell DC, Dan?
19.
Oh fuck yeah!
Quite high.
Nice.
They probably don't have high deck.
All right. Creature standing on a spot, yada yada yada. Where's the? Oh, it's a deck save, yeah, and it's knocked prone if it fails. Okay. So instead of climbing, we'll make this roll and then we'll see what it does with its turn. It still heals no matter what. That gets
my
19.
God.
Okay. All right. So now it comes around. Yeah. Now he's gonna swing around. So he goes. Fire's getting my goddamn way. Okay. Yeah. So now he climbs around here, swings himself up. That is 20 feet of movement. He gets 1 more, but I need to see if I want to position him there or not. 15-foot cube is. Can't get you two. Yeah, we could go there. Okay. All right. So he's gonna get up, pulls himself up, and he looks at his body, right? And he finds one particularly swollen, like purple pustule. And he just squeezes it at you. He just grabs it and just squeezes it. And this spray of poisonous bodily fluid just
Is that a
gushes
Berg?
out.
Who's that? Who's you?
It's Maharib and Berg and the other troll.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Hitting the other trolls too?
the other troll's immune to poison, so it doesn't affect him. This troll does deal himself 2d6 damage. Okay, so still going. So that brings him down a little bit, and then he hits all of you. You need a Constitution saving throws, please.
Okay.
Nice, Maharib. You're not You're gonna take damage, but you're poisoned. Okay, and 13.
That
All
enough?
right, so the DC is 16. So Maharib, you get it. You're both gonna take some
Rerolling.
poison damage.
I'm gonna reroll because of my.
Yeah. You can reroll with your rage ability.
Big money.
Oof.
Great.
Not,
That's a
not
whammy.
better.
Awesome.
Sorry.
That is a whammy.
Okay, well
Good
you
stuff,
only
good stuff.
you only take 12. You only take 12 poison damage. Maharib, you take 6, and then
Right.
Berg, you are poisoned, but Maharib, you're not.
Great.
You have the poisoned condition now.
That's disadvantage on
okay,
attacks, Bird. Just FYI.
Great.
So that's it for this.
Ha, ha.
That's it for this big nerd. Berg, it is your turn.
All right, I am going to light it up.
Okay.
It is now lit, the hammer. Let me press the thingy. And I think I'm going to recklessly attack to negate the disadvantage.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm going to attack. Which one's the one that's been getting worked on? It's the one above me.
Yeah.
He's also been healing.
I mean, they're both taking
right?
a bunch. They're both taking a bunch of
Yeah,
damage.
whatever. All right. Well, technically, I can't move. Yeah, I'll just get the guy above me. It's a hit, I would think.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Okay, that and then 1d6. 7.
Okay, so you deal 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, plus another
yeah.
13. Okay, all right. So you take 15 poison damage. You smash another thing and then get sprayed with more poison. You do have another attack, though, so take that swing.
Okay. Eat.
That's a hit. And that's enough to kill it. Okay. All right. So
nice.
one last big explosion of goo before he goes. And I think this one, yes, yeah. When this one he's dead, it's doubled, but then he's toast. So here we go. One last spray. Down he goes.
Do it.
You take 20 poison damage, Berg,
Jesus.
as he just
So
sprays purple
35
blood and
total?
poison all over you, and stumbles backwards, tumbles down off the side of the cliff, and falls into one of these fissures. So he's kind of like half sticking out of a crack in the ground.
Do we get the
You-
goofy sound that?
You're covered in
before,
blood.
right? 15 before and then 20, so 35 total.
Yes, yeah, 15 and then another 20.
Can I speak after
okay.
this troll dies before the other troll goes? Or,
Yeah, sure.
but is it gonna like basically? I'm gonna try to talk him.
You
down
can't
from fighting.
intimidate him. No,
Okay. So
not
no
until
matter-
it's your turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
No, so you can say whatever you want, but you don't get to make a roll until it's your turn.
I'll just wait till my turn then.
So, Berg, do you want to move at all, or are you good?
Yeah, I might as well move
Oh.
here, I think.
He'll take the wounds
What?
at the beginning. Adam, just FYI.
He does, yes, that's right.
There you go.
Okay, all right. So
Doesn't
roll
matter
roll
if I
that.
do now or
I'll
later,
roll
but-
the Constitution. Very beginning, I'll roll the Constitution save.
Okay.
I got a 12, so he keeps the wound. So roll that D4.
2.
Okay, all right. And then when does the firestorm affect you? Is it if you end your turn, or when you enter
Yep.
it, or
If you enter or end your turn there.
okay, enter or end. Okay, so he can
Yep.
move. All right. So let's see here. Berg, you can make an attack of opportunity if you want,
Heck yeah, I will.
because he wants to get to a place where he's not hanging off of the side anymore.
Makes
He
sense.
regenerates, but none of the damage you did him, Maharib. Right? Your wounds cut deep and stay to the point where one of his heads looks at like an open wound and is like, "Whoa, wait a second, what's going on?" Yeah, and then you take a swing at him. You hit him in one of his heads for 21. Okay, all right, and then he pulls himself up between Ramus and Maharib. As much as I wish I was attacking Berg, because Berg I have advantage, we are fine. So he's going to attack Maharib because Maharib wounded him. So we'll start there. Maharib, a bite attack.
That's a hit.
25.
Yep, hit.
Okay, so you'll take 17 damage, 14 piercing and 3 poison.
Okay.
And then 4 claw attacks.
It's fine. He's got so much HP. Look at that HP. Look how much that is.
Hit.
All right. 27,
Miss.
an 18. Definitely not a hit. And then the last swing is 25. Okay, so it looks like 2 hits.
2 hit, 2 miss. Yeah.
Okay, so first hit, 22 slashing.
All standard.
Second hit, 12 slashing. Yeah,
36.
There you
Okay.
30, 34.
34. Yeah. Sorry.
Plus whatever you took before. Okay. Yeah. So he's just like slashing at you. And Ramus, you see he's focused on Maharib because the axe bites deep, right? It's wounds that can't be healed. So that's your that's his turn. The cleric down here, the priestess, she's praying. I think. Yeah,
To
she's
the
praying
god of
in
the mountain. Right.
praying in Dwarvish, and she has her hands clasped together and she's muttering to herself in Dwarvish, and then 10 pillars, she puts a hand on your shoulder. Like you're looking at the battle, you feel her hand on your shoulder. And
Well, I'm looking in all directions at all times, Adam. Just
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you're like a weird 360 camera. She puts her hand on your shoulder and noticing that you're like a little bit injured, she heals you.
Oh,
Heal.
well, look at that. Nice.
That's sweet of her, even though she's still a dwarf, but that was nice.
So you get 6 hit points back. So she heals you. She puts her hand on you. She heals you. What it feels like is, this is weird. It feels like gas, like building up in your stomach. Like you got a big burp you got to let out, and then you burp, and you have to like cover your mouth because it's loud, and it tastes like really, really good beer coming up. Like you just feel like this fizziness, and you're just like, and you burp, and you feel great. Like if you the healing is the feeling of the pressure being relieved, and you're like, oh, I feel good. That felt great. And she nods and looks at you like, I got you. Like you're good.
Yep. I do that and you know that old man grandpa burp where he's just like comes out of nowhere, he's like brr, just looks around.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so it's your turn, 10 pillars.
Okay. Well, since my friends happen to be within 5 feet of this thing, and I can sneak attack them.
Okay.
And I'll look down. Much obliged.
Yep.
Fire 1 light crossbow at him.
Okay.
13.
Give me a miss. Despite the fact that he's like literally as big as a small barn, you miss.
I know.
I think you hit him and he just doesn't notice. You hit him right in the butt and he's just like,
okay.
But the second shot, that's a hit.
Okay. So we'll roll the first damage, which is 10. And then I think I can just hit this. There we go.
Yeah, look at you. There you go.
And 22 more with a sneak attack. Jesus, 1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 6, 6. So I'm pretty average.
Okay, so the first shot he doesn't even notice, right? First shot, you're just like, just hits him in the butt. Second shot, he gets hit in the back, and he's just like, ah! And one of the heads in the back is like, hey, we're getting shot at. But of course, no one understands this except Maharib because they're yelling in giant.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? 10 pillars. Bonus action. Hide.
Well, yeah, I'll like try and get her up, and then move her like if she can move, like move her like I don't know, like over here so we can be behind the
you can drag her
out of the earthquake.
You can only move this far. Like you only move 15 feet. Right here or here. If you want to drag her with you.
That's fine. I just want to put the incendiary shit in between me and the big guy.
Yes. Yeah. So you want to move. You can either move 15 and pull her pull her along with you like that, like this.
Yep.
Like that. If you want.
And then, and it's it has to move. The spell says, or the incendiary cloud says, the cloud moves 10 feet directly away from you. This is so funny. The cloud moves 10 feet directly away from you in a direction you choose. What?
It just means you can't pull it towards you.
Right.
So for like right now, because you're facing a bunch of different directions, that's away, that's away, that's away.
Yep. I'm gonna move it
That's
one
a
more
spicy
square to the right.
meatball. Okay.
One more square to the right. There we go.
You
Yep.
can't
So
move it
it's
down,
so-
right? Because that's to you.
That's right, down
Yeah,
as
that's
close to you.
towards
Yeah,
me.
it has
Does
to
it only
drift,
do-
has to drift away.
Does it only do damage where it ends, or does it do damage as it passes through things?
Enter or end your turn.
Yes.
So we would take damage
So-
if we entered its.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yeah. If the cloud pushes over top of you, well, this is where the wording becomes complicated because if you end your turn there, that's clear. But if you enter that square, you're not actually entering the square if it moves on to you,
Right.
right? It's like Moonbeam because Moonbeam, it doesn't count while it's moving. It's just if you, I think it's not if it moves into you. I don't think you can push the cloud onto someone. They have to be prevented from escaping, right? So if it were to land on Berg would get his turn to get out of the cloud before it burnt him.
Well, yeah. The wording is a creature must also make this saving throw when it enters. So the verb is the person, the creature entering.
Yeah, enters exactly. So
Yeah.
drifting the cloud onto them doesn't trigger the ability.
Yeah. It's ambiguous, but yeah, I get it.
which technically, but it's different when you conjure it, right? It's anyone who's in it, and then after that, right? Because otherwise, technically,
once I
those
put
guys
it
didn't
down,
enter.
it's
Yes,
immediate
perfect, okay.
damage. Yep.
Yeah, it's when it appears. So it's just like Moonbeam then. Okay. All right.
Yep.
So you move it a little bit, and that's your turn. Maharib, it's your turn.
I need you to drop some backstory lore. Maybe I'll work through this with you as well. Are these
Sure.
guys considered abominations to the giant culture, race, whatever? Are they even part of the giant culture?
So it depends on who you ask. Trolls, so if you imagine in your the tales that your people that the Goliaths tell, in the tales there were this race of giants in the ancient past who strode upon the earth and they were its kings. And something happened bad, and we don't really know. Maybe it was their hubris. It depends. Maybe it was like they ate one too many cookies after their mom told them not to. It depends on how your grandma's telling you the story. But they did something bad, and as a result, they were cursed to have their lineage, their glory, be watered down. Right. Some of these giants became the Goliath, so they could live among humans. Right. They took on the semblance of humanity, but retained their noble spirit. Others retained their shape, but lost their minds. Others, only an aspect of their former perfect power. Trolls are like the detritus mutant bloodline of giants. They are the failures. They are like the worst shit about giants that got weeded out and somehow are still allowed to wander. I think Goliaths definitely have like troll hunters.
Oh, okay.
They have troll hunters, right? So like it's considered a mercy. They're mutants. They're inbred and wrong, and they should be stricken from the earth. Sometimes there is a kinder teaching that is like they can be reformed. They can be taught to remember their true nature. It's up to you to decide what your old Mima told you, but you could be like, these are gross abominations, or you could take pity on them. It's up to you.
Is it a persuasion? It's only it's a persuasion, performance, or intimidation roll, no matter what I try to do here, right?
Yeah, it's intimidation. Yeah. If you're trying to get them to like stop or we'll kill you, that's intimidation for sure. What Maharib really needs is somebody else to do the threats for him. Like, stop or my crazy friend will kill you. Right? Like if 10 pillars uses you as a threat, it's way more effective than if you try to do it yourself, because Maharib is not great at expressing.
Yeah.
We all know Maharib can kill you, but Maharib's not great at telling you how
that's all I've got. That's my I just say I'll kill you.
Yeah.
You'll die.
Yeah, you just look at your axe and you look at your big muscles and you're like, come on, just be logical. I'm gonna kill your ass.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
No, it's just hey Myri, punch out that horse.
boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we gonna pay up now?
So Maharib, what do you want to do?
I mean, I don't fucking knock on wood. I don't think we're in any immediate danger, so I'm gonna chance it. Ramus is gonna be able to get away next, so that's fine. I'll use my turn and say, we'll let you live for information, troll, but you must stop attacking now. And then I'll make my intimidation roll. Or is it just he's just like too battle hungry?
I don't know. Yeah, do it. There's no reason.
You want to give me a DC?
Well, so here's the thing. Yeah, I'll give you the DC.
Oh, that's
I
probably
think
pretty
the
hard.
DC is yeah. It's the problem here is that the DC hasn't really changed. Right? It's still 15 from before.
Okay.
But you have the axe, and these things are essentially fearless. But you have the axe, which is scary. So let's just flatten out. You have advantage, but you also have disadvantage. So just make a flat roll against DC 15.
Where's the disadvantage coming from?
They're fearless. He can't be frightened.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So it doesn't mean he can't be intimidated, but you literally can't frighten him.
Okay.
But he might listen to reason.
All right. Here we go. 13. Nope.
So fucking close.
It's off by
So
2
there is a moment. Maybe some of the heads you hear are like, yeah, we should just give up. And the one of the big heads is like, shut up, we're fighting. Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And the other head's like, fine, okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was saying boo earns. So you shouted, I'm like, you can live. And the troll is just, it seems like the slavering maniac head is the one that's in charge of the body just now.
Okay.
Ramus, you can see that this creature will not be reasoned with. What would you like to do?
Mm-hmm. I will step away from it and trigger an opportunity attack. And I'll flash him so he has disadvantage.
And flash it? Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Let's see. A claw attack, because it's weird to make an opportunity attack with your mouth. I got a 24.
Disadvantage because
it's 14 because it's disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's right. So he lunges for you, and then bright flash, and he just sees the back of his own hand, like and swings at the air.
Can I pop an attack with Sentinel on him? Since Ramus got attacked while disengaging.
Creature within your reach makes an attack against a target other than you, and the target does another feat. Use your action to make a melee attack. Yeah, do it.
All right, well, let's move on.
Yeah, you look at your axe, you think I could hit this guy, and you choose not to.
I'm really sad that I have to kill, a troll. I'm really beat up about him.
Just imagine,
so Ramus, you back out.
It's no good. The shot's no good. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at it at level 7. So I'll get.
Damn, that sounds like a lot of levels.
4, 5. So 8 bolts of Scorching Ray.
You're like a Gundam.
You're like Vegeta attacking him right now, like just like that one.
Okay.
He just turns into a Dragon Ball Z character. Exactly.
Yeah.
So seven of these. We got. Let me see his armor class. We got a hit, a miss, another hit, and 2 misses. So 5 of the 7 beams, they strike. This is actually pretty fucking cool. Do they fire like one at a time, or is it like a ring of dots that all fire beams at once? How anime do you become? Do you transform into a jet and fly around, or what's the deal here?
For this attack, it's high level. I think I cast each bolt and they like hover above me, and then all of them go flying at once. And some of them hit.
So 90s anime. I love it.
Yeah, this is straight up DC.
A corona of beams of light, like basically a cylinder.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Gotta get the VOD claimed.
All right. So go ahead and start rolling in on that damage.
Plan on here.
He's like, I'm just gonna listen to it. All right. So 10, 20, 29,
32?
30, 32, it looks like.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So all of the heads in some form of unison shriek or roar in terrible pain as these beams like sear the thing's flesh. Anything else, Ramus?
And bonus action, I'll move the spiritual weapon over to hit him.
You can just bonk him one. Okay.
And bonk him in his face.
That's the song in chat if you guys want to hear it.
Another 9 damage.
No VOD claims here.
9 force damage.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So remind me at some point, maybe remind me in the post show to talk about force damage, because one of the other D&D games that I'm playing in, we got to do a really long conversation about force damage, and it brought up some interesting stuff. So remind me to talk about that in the post show.
Okay.
So you pummel him with fire and with hammers, and Berg, I think are the only one that notices this. Up here at the edge of the fissure, half stuck in it, this troll gets up.
Oh, come on, Adam.
The big guy.
This horse shit.
Yeah. So
You
he
gotta
gets
burn
up and pulls himself, and the ground is still like shaking. So he still has to make. I guess he was already prone at the beginning of his turn, so he doesn't have to roll to fall down again. But he has to spend half his move to get up, and then he will start climbing up the side of this thing. So he's got 15 feet. That's 10 feet. So he's like kind of there climbing up. He doesn't get to do anything other than move, I guess. But let me see. Let me just check the earthquake spell. No. Okay. All right. Okay. So he's gonna try to. I'll see if his puke recharges. If it does, he'll use it. Otherwise, he'll just move. Okay, got 4. So it doesn't. All right. So he's just gonna move up and lumber forward to try to attack when it's his next turn. He ran out of movement because he's slow. Okay. So yeah, for people who are asking, wasn't he in the fissure? He's 10 feet tall. Fissure, also that tall. So he fell in part way and then just climbed out. They're not that, it's not that deep for giants. So he's done his turn. Berg, it is your turn. He's back.
I can't shout if it's not my turn. Never
You
mind.
can yell things, but.
Well, I want to yell at Berg like, move to the other side of him.
Yeah, fine.
Like here?
Yeah. So I can move the cloud. Yeah.
Yeah, so the fire
I
can
see.
keep moving him,
I see what's
pushing
happening.
everybody back.
Or
All right.
fucking throw him into that shit. Just like grapple him and throw him the fucking into the center, but down into the goddamn crevice.
I think he
Yeah,
does more
there's
damage on his
D&D
own.
Yeah, D&D is not.
Yeah.
It's not a great system for like. 4th edition was awesome for this. 5th edition doesn't really give much of a shit about it, but like maneuvering people into damaging effects is way harder now. So
Oh.
yeah, you could
Well, I
like
wonder if
shove
grappling
him,
would-
but like you've got a hammer that deals way more damage than
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
bullshit
that's
anyway.
true.
Yeah. I'll just move over here and then attack him.
Okay.
Whip, yeah.
So you got 19. That's a hit.
Start. Wait, are you taking that because of disadvantage?
And that's yes, yeah. You'll roll to recover
I've
the
been
poison at the
attacking-
end of this turn.
I've been attacking recklessly this entire time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, but that hits anyway, so you're good.
Doesn't matter, yeah, but I'm just saying it will
Yeah.
matter if I, on the next one.
Okay. So here's the troll conundrum. You kill him. So you're gonna take some poison damage.
Yeah.
I mean,
You take 6 poison damage, and down he goes. So you just like smash his head. His skull crumples, and he's like, "Wrong," and he tumbles over backwards, spewing purple goo, and then flump, lands on the ground. You can already see his wounds slowly starting to heal up.
well, then I'll just beat his ass again. Like while he's down, I'm just gonna try to like completely. I don't have spells. You know what I mean? This is what I do.
Yeah.
You can attack the other one. He can't attack you right now.
That's true. That's true. Still very badly burned.
Yeah, so there is common knowledge, quote unquote, and Maharib, you know better than this, but these others might not. Common kind of house, like hedge witch knowledge is if you fight a troll, fight it with fire. They're scared of fire. Wave a torch in its face, burn it, throw oil, whatever. That's not true. Only some trolls are weak to fire. Others have their own genetic flaw passed down from being giants. So not all trolls are fire trolls.
Zoop.
It's clear
I'm
these
gonna
aren't.
Zoop over here and hit this one with my other attack.
Okay.
Stand by. Whap.
Yep, you hit.
Ah.
So that's 9, 10, 11, 12. This is your second hit, so you don't get the
It is, yeah. It's upsetting though because we
You do
did
the
the other
8,
one 'cause
so
it wasn't
17.
needed.
So you deal 20. Okay, all right. He's saying we're looking rough. You're, and you can see that like his wounds have healed. Some of the other wounds have healed, but the wounds that Maharib is dealing with the axe don't seem to be healing, and there's just black blood dripping from those wounds.
Yeah.
So
before we
you
move on
crash
to-
your hammer into it. It staggers back, but it's not.
As he's doing it,
that's
he's
not
like
dead
out
yet.
of frustration too, because the other one, like, you know, he's just tired of dealing with these trolls. Zealous presence scream and cry from Berg. So,
Oh, cool. You want to use that as your bonus action? Nice. All right. So
gain advantage.
everybody within
on
60
attack
feet
and
that's a friend
throws.
gets advantage. Oh,
Enjoy.
nice. You just
that's
you
what I was just about to check.
got 10 pillars.
I was just about
just
to check.
barely.
What's
The
that?
hills are alive with the sound of Berg. So Berg, like, and it echoes. It's actually pretty good, Berg. You got good acoustics in this little valley. So it echoes off the walls. There's an earthquake. There's a firestorm. It's a whole goddamn thing. And until Berg's next turn, everybody except Berg gets advantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Speaking of saving throws, Berg, make Constitution save at the end of your turn. See if you can shake off the poison.
Sure.
Someone in my chat says, maybe
Yeah,
these
buddy.
guys are vulnerable to soap.
Yeah. Give him some soap.
Vulnerable to soap.
I'm no longer poisoned.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is the end of your turn. Now you attacked recklessly, so they have advantage against you until
He would take wounds.
beginning
at
of
the
your
start.
next turn, right?
Or the wound.
He does
would
take
start.
wounds. Yep. That's a good.
I mean, does it really matter? They're going to hit me regardless, most likely. So
Well, he'll take
They
two
do have
to
like
hit
a
one.
they have a
Got it.
plus 11. They have a plus 11 to hit.
we haven't
so-
even got into.
Yeah, and he's got
my
two
death stuff,
wounds
so
now.
It's
Okay, let me make that con save. What do we say the difficulty was for the
I don't.
axe?
Is
DC?
it my
Oh, it doesn't
DC?
matter. He got 20. He got 23.
that's
So the
fast.
wounds do clear this time. Okay.
Okay.
So now the troll isn't in any area of affected things. He's got enough reach that he could theoretically hit Ramus if he moved, but now that Maharib is right there's no point. So I think he's smart enough, despite the fact that Berg is like open to attacks. I think he's afraid of Maharib, afraid of the axe, and so he wants to kill
But
you
Adam,
before you
he's
can hit him with it
fearless.
again. He is fearless, yeah, but he's not stupid.
I know. I'm just
So he recovers some wounds, but not ones that you have caused, and then is going to attack Maharib. Let's do it. Here's the bite attack.
It's a hit.
23. So 7 piercing, 6 poison.
All right. I'm just gonna add all
And
this up.
then- Okay, and then I'll just do 4. Well, we'll do the claws. There's no way that I don't think. Well, all right. Let's do them one at a time. Claw attack. 16. That's a miss.
Miss.
Claw attack. That is a 17. That's a miss, right?
Miss.
Claw attack. Jeez, I'm rolling so bad. 20.
Miss. Well, that's not a crit. The overlay's wrong. 4 misses.
And then the last one, an 18. Wow, nice. All right, so you're just blocking every attack. He's coming in with the claws, trying to kill you. You're good to go. Okay, cool. All right. The dwarf. Do you speak Dwarven, 10 pillars?
10 pillars does, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
No, and that's,
she
I
looks
was
at
waiting for her
you.
turn to go, how do we put these guys
Yes,
down for good?
Yeah, it's her turn. So you say that in Dwarven, she looks at you like, what the hell? And then she nods and she says, I don't know. It's different for everyone. I don't know if they're related. That one, and she points to the big one. She says, he's a different kind of troll than the other one. They might be weak to different things, but your friend with the axe, he can kill them. That kind of metal, I can see it. Tell your Goliath friend, he has to be the one to deal the killing blow. And then she casts. What does she have left? Probably nothing good. Sacred Flame. Yep.
That's a good one.
It's a classic. Yep. All right, here we go. Let's see. Sacred Flame. And she's casting it on this nerd. She's got to make a dex save. Nope, that's her. Sorry. Hold on. That's better. Okay, makes a save. So she prayers, she holds her hands out, and a beam of light appears and sort of like lances towards him. He dodges out of the way, and he turns, and one of the heads is like, snacks awake. And the light that she conjures, her like radiant light, it is the exact same color as a beam of sunlight on a summer day passing through a perfectly cold glass of beer. It's this like beautiful amber color, and it just kind of like lances through the air towards him, but he dodges out of the way. 10 pillars. It is your turn.
Right on. Okay. Let's see. Moves. Okay, so it moves 10 feet directly away from you in a direction you choose at the start of each of your turns. Okay, so at the start of my turn, I can move it 10 feet. So I'm going to move it. Would you say I can move it one to the right and one down?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's 10, not down, because down is towards you. Down brings the cloud closer to you, which it can't do. So it can move this way,
Okay.
or it can move up, but you can't.
Okay,
Like it can't
that's
go
fine.
past this line because that brings it closer to you.
That's fine. I'll move it just 5, or it has to be 10 feet, doesn't it?
I don't know. That seems weird.
Oh, no, he can move out of it. He can just move. He can
move out of it. If you just move it 10
around.
feet, Maharib
there you go, 'cause
can shuffle.
we already established that you can't move it on top of them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so Maharib, a cloud of burning gas like comes and starts like flickering at your back.
Yep. And I shouted you, Maharib, move out of the cloud. Move him in. And I also shout like as I'm moving this
Maharib,
way, like
stop hitting yourself in the dick with a hammer. Just some more common sense from your friend 10 pillars. Don't stand in the fire cloud, dude.
I move to here because that's still outside of the earthquake, right?
It is technically outside the earthquake, yes.
Okay. I thought the line was a little.
It's hard to draw a straight line in this game, and that's fine.
No worries.
It's not.
Cool.
Like a line here. There you go.
And now with Zealous Presence, what do I get again?
Advantage on attacks and saving.
Cool. Perfect. Okay.
You're all fired up, like.
Yep. I get my crossbow ready to go. I get it ready, and I shout, Maharib must kill the beast. If it goes down, chop it up with your axe. Ah!
Yeah, there you go.
And I fire a crossbow bolt with advantage.
Okay. Yeah, you
So
hit
20.
Yeah.
So that's 10 damage plus 26. Nice. 36 total.
Jesus Christ. Okay, you kill it.
Okay.
So you fire it. We have one of those like the camera and the bolt like fly together, and it thunk goes right through one of its heads, and two of the other heads look at each other, and they're like, "Uh-oh, is that the thinking head?" And the other one nods. He's like, "Yep," and then they all just fall over.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then
and they just shout a big crash as they land on the ground. Yeah.
Cut its heads off, Maharib. It must be you.
That's exactly what I
That's all I got.
And it's Maharib's turn.
I would assume that this one's easier to go and chop its head off besides climbing. Cause
one attack on either of them. Like if you just chop, that'll do it.
okay. Then yeah, I'll just go chop this one's head off and then
Just
chop.
don't end your turn in the fire cloud.
Right. I'll go here, chop that one's head off. So that's 15.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then,
So when
yeah.
you this time, like you can see it, it's already starting to like its face is reconstructing. It's starting to get up, and you come over and you just bury the axe in its face. And as soon as you do, the whole thing just like shrivels
Yeah.
and starts emitting like gas and like bubbles as it starts to like turn into goo. You are going to take some
Yes.
poison damage.
Yep. Figured that.
So you get sprayed with the goo for 11 poison damage.
Okay.
The other one doesn't spray you with it. You come over and you just hack into it, and it petrifies really quickly. So it shrivels. All the water seems to drain out of it. It shrivels and becomes gnarled. And if you squint at it from a distance, it looks like a tree that fell over. It's got all these branches and like the heads cluster, but it just turns black and like turns into stone basically. As the other one turns into goo and slides slowly down the side of the hill. as fluid as want to.
Into the earthquake fissure.
Yeah, that's right. Just down into the earthquake. I mean, literally, what has happened here? If Ramus lets this spell continue, you'll create a new feature, a new land feature called the Pit of Ramus Krill, because it's just going to open fissures and break up a chunk of the mountain. Like earthquake's a huge spell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is powerful cleric stuff. So yeah, what's the overall radius? Like 100 feet diameter.
100 feet.
Yeah. So like 100-foot earthquake field with it's all broken up, and like you watch as like the kind of peak of this section tumbles over into the fissure. Yeah, fuck this mountain.
Yeah, I think that might be like
But
the first time that Maharib's maybe scared of Ramus.
yes. So once you start getting earthquake is one of those spells that you've stopped doing kind of like wizard's tricks and started like really reaching the power of the gods, right? Because creating earthquakes, there is a god of earthquakes and there is a god of the mountain, and you basically are using your spells to grant yourself permission to borrow that god's job. So
I mean,
yeah,
who's
this
to say
is
he's
a
not the
divine
god?
power
You know
from
what I'm saying?
Ramus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll have some internal conflict within Maharib for sure. But I think we're good to close the episode there, and we'll kind of pick up right where we left off here next episode.
Yeah. Like as the firestorm dissipates and as the earthquake dies down, you look over and there's a very thankful looking dwarf woman, and she looks over at 10 pillars, and in Dwarven she says, and this is a very common, very, very popular Dwarven phrase. She looks over at you and she says, "You got anything to drink?" And that's where we close the episode.
Sweet. Sounds good. All right, let's do some shout outs. Call it a show. Get some XP. And then go do that post show for Patreon. Zeke, as usual, why don't you start us off here with some shout outs?
You betcha. Well, thank you guys very much for tuning in today. Thank you to everyone who's watching from the front page. What up? Thank you for tuning in. We're here every Tuesday if you want some more D&D action. But my name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at / Ezekiel_III. That's on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube if you want to follow or subscribe anywhere of those. Those are all free if you want to do any of those. Thanks to Max, Dan. Did I make this any more awkward? Max, Dan, Adam, and JP for joining me on this every week. It's a highlight of my week. I love D&D, and it's always a good time. So thank you for joining us. I will be on tomorrow for Drop Frames, and then after that, I will be continuing my adventures in Discworld Noir after Drop Frames is over. So hopefully I'll see you then. And yeah, that's all I got. See you next time.
Cool stuff. Max, do some shout outs for us, sir.
Hello, that's me. Yeah, I'm GassyMexican here. If you guys want to check me out, go for it. But thank you so much for watching the show. I don't know if I trust her. She's still a dwarf. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, right.
But
Wow.
she seems all right. You know, that's Max the player, but I like to think Berg is grown. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you want, a little bit after this, I'm probably going to be trying out Journey to the Savage Planet, that new game that came out. See how that is, what the hullabaloo is about. So, yeah, follow me on the stuff that you see next to my name if you are interested in me at all. But other than that, thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Awesome stuff. Dan.
I watched a little bit before you continue. I watched a little bit of that Journey to the Savage Planet. I watched somebody else play it. And if somebody doesn't make a mod where all of the enemies are Fred Savage, I don't ever want to hear about that game again. So when you make that, come back and let me know, and I'll play.
All right, let Adam know. Dan, do some shout outs, please.
Hi, I'm DansGaming, variety streamer. I will be playing Warcraft 3 Reforged tomorrow. That was one of my favorite games from a kid, and I can't wait to replay it on the re-release. Another awesome episode. I just draw on my mighty power and took down a mountain with, it was kind of awesome. And I can't wait to name it next episode. And this is the highlight of my week is doing D&D, and I cannot wait until we play next week.
Awesome stuff. I'll do some shout outs real quick. I just turned into Dan. That was scary. We got Drop Frames tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. Myself, Co-Carnage, and Zeke talking video games. Another roleplay episode tomorrow night with Echoes of Eternity. Jesse Cox, Pocket, Anna Prosser, Bike Man, and Strippin are going to be playing some Star Wars stuff in the Genesis system. That's tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And of course, there's Far Verona on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Then I'll also be playing more Witcher 3 as I've been jumping into that game the past couple of days, and will continue to do so throughout the week. So that is that. Adam,
Witcher.
it's good. I know. I'm a little bit late, though.
It's
I'm
really
like
good.
5 years late.
Yeah, that matter.
Adam, do some shout outs and we'll do some XP.
I would love to. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. As always, whatever channel you ended up watching this on, we appreciate having you here. My name's Adam. I am the dungeon master of this and several other role-playing shows. So if you like this, definitely come back. Check out Far Verona. It's usually on the weekends, on Saturdays. Or you can find me on twitch.tv/D&D on Monday afternoon and on Wednesday morning, doing a couple of shows over there. And I've started a brand new Zweihander campaign, which is another role-playing game on my channel called Eat the Rich. And that's on Mondays. You can find that twitch.tv/Adam Coble, along with all the GM prep for all of those shows and any other special material that I make for it. And you can follow me on Twitter at Skinnyghost, where I will announce all of that stuff as I do it. But right now, I have experience that I need to hand out. So excuse me a minute.
Also, there's no Far Verona on Saturday. People are out. Sorry.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. This week, no Far Verona, but we'll be back after that.
Yeah.
So, okay, Ramus, I think you worked on locating Southern Wind. I think that's what we did today. We haven't found it yet, but you worked on it. So mark that one. It's 50 times 15, whatever that is, 750, I think.
750, yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then Berg, you also worked on locating Southern Wind, so 750 for you as well.
Thank you.
Maharib worked on 2 goals, guiding the group and locating Southern Wind. So you worked on both of those. So you'll get 1,500.
Does understanding the axe occur at all with the trolls, or is that just because they're trolls, not because of the axe?
Next session, you will absolutely, if you ask her how she knew that, we'll get into a whole fucking thing.
Okay, cool.
But for now, 1,500 for this session. And then 10 pillars. I think same for you. You worked on locating Southern Wind. So give yourself 700 for that one. Yeah, cool.
Already done, bro.
Cool. All good. That's it. Thanks everyone for watching. And we're going to go record that post show over at patreon.com/roleplay. We'll get that posted up in about 45 minutes to an hour from now. Also, as I said, I think I said this at the beginning of the episode, we're currently in the process of exporting every episode of Court of Swords, Far Verona, and Echoes of Eternity to iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. So if you have already subscribed to the current feed, that'll turn into the Court of Swords feed. The other 2 shows will be getting a new feed, which you'll have to subscribe to separately. Also, if you're currently subscribed to Court of Swords, be careful that you don't have download all episodes like checkmarked in whatever program you use, because we're about to flood 137 episodes into that that list.
We're gonna annihilate your data plan. We're ready. We're coming for it.
Which is like 14 gigs. So trying to get the word out there. If you know anyone that does have that stuff automatically set to the MP3 download, just give them a heads up, because there's no other way that we can. Unfortunately, it's just how it is. So yeah, that's it. We're out. We'll see you next week, probably. I think we're doing another episode next week. So we'll see you on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.